Sup YouTube, name's King, and I wanted to make a quick video about these banners right here. It's gonna be a two-in-one video. I was gonna talk a little bit about, for beginners, if they should summon on these banners right here. The Gotenks Super Saiyan 3 goes all the way up to Super Saiyan 3, and also the Buu. You know, it sucks to do this on a phone, but you know, it's all I got really. But yeah, and here's the Buu banner, the Golden Week banners, and they're both solid banners, but they're not that great. And so yeah, I'm gonna go into them after I talk about what I'm probably gonna name the video, which is there uh, an opposing forces category like in the horizon? Could they possibly do this? And I'm wondering, especially in particular because of this unit, I was hoping they would do it with him. I didn't think they would, and they did it, but just the way the card was named and everything. But I guess he could be included in a future category like that. Sorry, and yeah, like it's a really cool unit. I like this unit a lot. Their transformations take forever to get to the final stage, which is like it's great for the long events, but for short events you're never gonna see them. And the game is like 80% short events, probably. Well, anyways, they're still both really good. They flounder a little bit on the leader skills, but yeah, this guy he's both Majin Buu good. Sorry about that. Slash Majin Buu pure evil. And this is a really cool concept because this is one of the few times where there's been an exchange unit, or is it the only time where there's an exchange unit where both units are enemies from the get-go? Like unlike Nappa and Vegeta, which are pretty much allied, this is a unit that was like, these two characters go at it right away. They're not friendly with each other. They're enemies pretty much. And I was thinking, man, it'd be really cool if they finally start doing opposing forces. I've always wanted that. And I'd be surprised if this guy was in joined forces. He's not. It makes sense because they're not joined. But they could still be included in the future, maybe. What I've been hoping for is they can take some of the more iconic fights, or even if they're not iconic, like eventually, But if they make an opposing forces category, say with Super Saiyan Goku versus Full Power Frieza, and the unit can be called that, it would be Super Saiyan Goku versus Full Power Frieza, and you have the units hitting each other, and the little character that you're targeting, he'd be stuck in the middle, like in the middle of the fight. So they can make it work like that, and I think it's a really cool concept. Like I love this concept. I don't know how much they can do it because as the quality of the animations goes up, like it's more awkward to put in a little stand-in character there taking the hits. Like they still make it work. Like the one with Cooler, like Strength Cooler, his final transformation, it has a really cool animation. It's top quality, and they still have the character being punched around and dragged around and everything. So they can do it. It's just a matter of if they will do it. And yeah, it'd be cool to have, like, they could add this guy in, even though they're technically separate units, two units in one. They could add him eventually into the category later on, but that'd be cool. Like, let me see. There's so many iconic battles. Obviously, like you can have Vegito versus versus Super Buu. Buhan in particular. That's what I'm thinking of. And Janemba versus Gogeta, SS4 Gogeta versus Omega Shenron. You can have pretty much every fight that happens in the anime, and you can have a category that's going to be stacked. It's going to be a funky category because they probably won't. Those categories, like those units, would probably only work a lot of the time on opposing forces, which is maybe why they haven't done it. But yeah, like obviously they wouldn't. I really doubt they would put Wicked Bloodline or the Super Saiyan category on a unit that had both Super Saiyan Goku and Full Power Frieza fighting each other. Like they don't do that with joint forces. They only put them in categories that apply to each standalone character. But anyways, I wanted to talk about that. Let me know if you think it's a cool idea. I think it's a really cool idea. I don't know. There'd be so many characters. Like I don't know. I could just Uh, oh man, like yeah, Goku Black versus Vegeta, that'd be cool. Android 17 versus Piccolo would be another great one. Demon King Piccolo against Kid Goku, and just there's so obviously there's just so many fights that they can do. Obviously, Perfect Cell or you know, Perfect Cell versus Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and on and on and on. I think it has potential. Maybe eventually they will get around to it. I always thought it was like the obvious thing to come after Joint Forces, but it hasn't happened yet. But now that we finally have a unit that has two opposing characters in it, I feel like it might be in the horizon. It's possible. Unlikely, maybe, but we'll see. Well, anyways, that's it on that. I guess we should go back to the banner. Now, for long-term players, I think this banner is, it's okay. This banner, it feel like it's like on that boat for both beginner players and long-time players, and I feel like that is not the case, and it varies. Like obviously the Super Saiyan 2 Goku and the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta banners, the transforming ones that are coming up, this guy right here, their banners are fantastic for beginners because they have these guys, which Super Saiyan 2 category lead and Resurrected Warrior, he has a good leader skill. His leader skill is good. There's a lot of Super Saiyan 2s and there's a lot of Resurrected Warriors. So for a beginner, he's a great pickup. And his banner has Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Vegeta's family, there's so many characters. He's such a great pickup. And those banners have 8 feature units, so it's a little bit harder to pull what you want, what you're aiming for. But it has a lot of other characters. I think it has Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, which I can link to here. And yeah, like I could have just gone to Vegeta's family, but yeah, he's here. Yes, this guy obviously, which is a Pure Saiyan's lead. I don't remember if it has. I can go check, but since I'm on the phone, it's kind of annoying. But I think that banner also had this Vegeta. So that's two Pure Saiyans leaders. Well, that one, yeah, two Pure Saiyans leaders. Like, if you pull any of those guys for a beginner, that's just such a, like, you're walking away with a W, even if you don't pull the main unit. Because the most important thing at the beginning of the game is your leader skill, and how many characters you have that can fall under that leader skill. And you see here, there's a good amount. Like, there's not that many as much as I initially thought, but a lot of people have these guys, even beginners. You pull them because there's a lot of them in the regular pool. So a lot of them are in Dokkan Fest units. There's some, of course, but most you can just pull out of the banners, and a lot of beginner players have them. And I remember pulling this guy, and like he's not that good, but you know when you're starting out, you're using everything you can. And this guy's pretty good once you, excuse me, once he awakens, and then there's the easy A's of these guys. These guys are great. So, anyways, for for this specific banner, it's kind of mixed. I think Boost banner is maybe a little bit better, because even though this unit kind of sucks, nobody really likes this transforming Super Boo. Transformation boost. The game is littered with transformation boosts. Like obviously, oh crap. Obviously, there's so many transformation boost units, and there's a lot of them are LRs and a lot of them are Dokkan Fests. But pretty much, look at all this. Like if you're a beginner player, you have one of these characters. Like you summon once, you probably have one of these characters. So he would be a good leader for that. Like if you're starting out, Super Boo might actually be a really clutch unit. You might need a leader that covers so many characters. And then of course, if you pick up the Boo, he's also an artificial life forms team leader, which is decent. I don't think there's that many in the category, but why do I keep misclicking this? Yeah, professional YouTuber guys. This is only my fourth video. I'm sorry, I suck. But yeah, look, this is actually quite plentiful. Aside from some of the R's down here that are relevant. I mean, these are SRs right here, but here's the SSRs, and there's a lot. So he's a good leader. Obviously, you can probably just grind out Cell, but when you're a beginner, you probably won't even have a team to grind out Cell. You might not have the means to grind out Cell. So yeah, like this Boo would be a great pickup, and he'll be a key 3 HP attacks 170, leader for artificial life forms. Now imagine power, whether you're a beginner or a long-term player, this category is horrendous. Like the concept is cool, but they might as well have added all the other Majin marked people like Majin Vegeta and Dabura. The thing about that, I don't know. I remember seeing a video like a year ago or something. I don't know if it was the truth that was talking about it. That Bandai kind of wanted to, Bandai or Toei kind of wanted to distance themselves from, well, not distance themselves, but distance Vegeta from the Majin tag. Like they wanted him to just be, I don't know if they had a name thought out, but probably like Babidi controlled Vegeta, not Majin, because they don't want to blur the lines. Like Majin, like Android 21 is a Majin, and she's in the category. She's not named that here, but they wanted to separate that from what Majin Vegeta is, what Dabura is, what Pui Pui is. But yeah. So like with those already with Vegeta and Buu, that's some great initial leaders to pick up. And then the other Buu, of course, Amazu. Both Amazu and Trunks in each batter, great pickups for beginners. And then even Broly, just great pickup for like movie bosses. There's a lot of movie bosses, and there's some full power people. Movie bosses isn't as full as some of the other categories, but so yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, a lot of those units there's a lot of them in the regular pool. Sorry guys, my voice is kind of running out. And then Cooler's alright. There's a lot of Frieza units and Cooler units in the game, but yeah, not that many. But chances are you have a few. He would still be a great pickup just because he leads Extreme EGL as well. So he's not bad. And then there's Tech Broly, which is probably the worst pull for a beginner or even a long-term player. But, I mean, if you by chance have a lot of Extreme Tech units, you might be able to run him. So yeah, for beginners, I would say the Buu banner is pretty good. Now, the Majin Buu the Gotenks banner. Unfortunately, this Goku sucks. Like, his leader skills sucks. Like, Super Saiyan 3 is a great category, don't get me wrong. But it's not that full. And, like, see? You look at this. So, I don't know if, like, how many of you guys are going to have some of these units. A lot of the good ones are either Dokkan Fests or they're Dragon Ball Heroes units that you can't get. Not in the regular pool. You have to wait for their banners to come out. So, yeah. I mean, a lot of them are Dokkan Fest. And sure, this banner has the Super Saiyan 3s. So, it, like, that banner itself could maybe make you, like, have enough units to build a Super Saiyan 3 banner. But chances are, if you're starting out, you can't even actually properly run it. And then Super Saiyan 2 doesn't even link well with them because he starts off as Super Saiyan 2 instead of being Super Saiyan 3 right off the bat. So yeah, I actually don't, a lot of the time I don't look at their stats. So yeah, let me check out his, oh yeah, I remember his condition now. 80% third turn. So yeah, like, that's going to be rough. And then, obviously, the headlining unit, Gotenks, everybody's been talking about how he has his leader skills suck. Youth is pretty limited. There's some good units there, but it's pretty limited. And special pose is an atrocity. It basically only has Ginyus, Saiyamans, and now Gotenks. And a few others, like Kura's Armored Squad and stuff like that. I mean, clicking wrong things, because that's how I do. I might as well just zoom in to make sure I don't do that. So here's Youth. There's a lot of characters in Youth. But it's not... It's a weird... It's a wonky category. I don't know how many Youth characters are going to have right off the bat. There's a lot of free-to-play Youth characters, which would be... It would be a decent pickup. Obviously, Gotenks, Buu, all these units, they're great by themselves. So if you already have a Hybrid Saiyans leader or something, or a Fusion leader, like, you might be tempted to go for them just to have the unit themselves. And if you like the unit that much, then I don't blame you for it. But if you're looking for leader skills, he's not a great option. And then Piccolo, he's on the same boat. Namekians is the most limited category on the game. And then you have Worthy Rivals, which I actually haven't taken a look at, like, straight up. Worthy Rivals is okay. It has a bunch of units that probably don't mix that well with each other. Tians, Vegetas, and Piccolos. Beerus is there, Whis. Some of the blue Vegetas and stuff like that, you can make it work, but yeah, that's a weird one. So yeah, like Piccolo is a great unit. Like he is actually fantastic, but for a starter, Piccolo isn't a great when it comes to his leader skill. And then Tech Trunks, obviously amazing. Future Saga, there's some millions of Future Saga units. And then he's a super class leader. So you can just run any super unit, any good guy. If you're a beginner and you're barely learning these terms, I might make more videos in the future that are much more specific to the terms of this game. But right now I'm just trying to get out the information in case you're like wanting to summon. So yeah. Gogeta. Of course, Movie Heroes. Movie Heroes isn't as stacked, but still has a lot of characters. Yeah. And it's just Gogeta's great. Fusion is one of the other more limited categories, but if you pull the Gotenks and you pull the Gogeta, that might work out well for you. The other Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks are still pretty good. Physical Gotenks gets destroyed defensively, but he still hits really hard. I have him rainbowed and still have like 3 or 4 extra copies. I don't even want to check. And then the Tech Gotenks. I actually started playing a little bit after Gotenks came out. Maybe almost a year after Gotenks came out, because I started playing around the 2-year anniversary. A little bit after the 2-year anniversary had ended. And I actually don't have this guy rainbowed. I have him at 90%. But he's kind of but if you're starting out, like I say, he'll do fine. It's just his EZA ended up being just kind of mid. just just wonky. He doesn't work that well. So yeah, like all in all, I would say for a beginner, you should probably the one good thing about this is that you have the 300 hours, buy 3 get 1 free, and for a beginner, that's just you're getting so much value for your stones. So that's a good thing. Like I would say, just maybe 1 rotation on the Buu banner, or maybe a couple summons on this one. I don't know how many stones you're gonna have. I would say it's not worth to dump all those hard grinded stones into these banners, but there is definitely some good value. I mean, this Goku's still amazing, and his transformation is iconic. He turns into Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, sorry, I was interrupted. I'm not sure if that was a weird cut there or not, but anyways, yeah, I'm on my phone, and obviously things go awry sometimes. But I was saying, this guy, iconic transformation to Super Saiyan 3. He's a great unit. I'm not gonna go into his technicalities. If you're a beginner, you just have to take my word on it, because chances are, if you're like a super beginner, like noob, then all you need to know is this unit is great. But yeah, for a leader, he's not that great, and like I'm looking forward to him. I want the Vegeta more just because of his leader skill. But yeah, like the super banner, it's not actually even a super banner this time around. I think they're all units are mixed in. But the Gotenks banner for long term players, it's okay, because like a lot of us don't have Piccolo. I don't have Piccolo. I tried in the Android 13 banner. I'm on global, so I'm looking forward to at least doing 1 rotation on this banner when it comes around. And I hope I pull Goku when he's here. I might just do 1 rotation on his banner once it's here. But yeah, like the Tech Trunks, I've only ever pulled 1 copy. I accidentally clicked that. And then Gogeta, I have him at 79%. So like I'm not a super whale or anything like that, but I can still use some of these units. So it's not terrible for long term players. Like it's not as bad as some people are making it out to be. And I'm not saying names. I'm just saying, like, people on Facebook and online on Twitter, they're just random people. A lot of people are really disappointed with the banners for some reason. I think they're okay, but for beginners, I think this one, even though there's less extreme units in the game than super units, they have the better leader skills, at least for beginners right now. In particular, the Zamasu, he's just a leader for everything that's extreme, so you could use him with everything here except Vegeta. Because unfortunately, Vegeta starts off super, and then only when he transforms into Majin Vegeta does he become an extreme type unit. So I think that's why that's probably why they didn't make the banners exclusively extreme units and then exclusively super units. But yeah, this Buu, I'm looking forward to it. I'm more excited, even though I love Gotenks. I'm more excited about this unit just because I love this concept right here of almost like a versus category, but it's an exchange. This is a weird one because it's a forced exchange, so it's not an active skill. And I guess it basically just works like a transformation. In 3 turns, he just turns into a pure evil Buu. So yeah, I mean, my suggestion is for if you're a beginner, this is a good run. At least one rotation. There's probably gonna be better banners, so you can probably save your stones. What's coming next? Goku Day. So there might be some hype on Goku Day. If they do something, I assume they will. But yeah, maybe hold on for that. And that goes for both Global. I think Global might have a Goku Day celebration along with JP. Maybe it just, or who knows. I'm just going by what other people are saying, but yeah, this banner, the Broly obviously is amazing. Great for World Tournament. So yeah, I'll pretty much leave it at that. Thanks for watching. If you sticked around, I hope I'm getting better at these YouTube videos. It just sucks that I can't edit out when I make mistakes or anything, because yeah, I'm on my phone. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's been fun so far, just throwing my thoughts out there, even though I haven't had many comments or anything. Like I haven't had any. Anyways, uh, it's fun to just talk about this, even if there's nobody's talking with me yet. But I like putting my ideas out there, and then I can just refer to them back in the future. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I don't even know what to say for when I'm editing a video. So, bye bye.